And today we will be joined by one of the members. We have Christian Ingebrigtsen. Hey there, Christian.
Yep.
Hey there. Finally, we got things working.
I can see you now.
Yeah,
Great.
I can see you too clearly. Can you hear me clearly? Just checking.
Yep.
Yes,
I
you
can see
All
you
right.
and hear you.
Okay, so are you ready? I'm ready. We can do this. All right. First, I just want to clear out something. How do
Yeah.
you say your last name?
Ingebrigtsen.
Ingebrigtsen. Is this
Yeah,
a
her-
Norwegian thing? Is it like a
It's a-
common name in wherever you are?
Kind of, but it has to be said, it's difficult even for Norwegians to pronounce, so yeah. But it's a pretty common.
Okay. All right, let's start. So I bet lots of your fans here in the Philippines, and A1 fans included, are wondering, what have you been up to?
Well, we still have A1 concerts every now and then, and this summer we've done quite a few in the UK. But besides that, we all have studios and we write and produce music, both for others and for ourselves. And here in Norway, I do quite a lot of concerts as a solo artist as well. So touring, always doing stuff. I do a little bit of acting. I do dubbing for Disney movies into Norwegians.
I actually was searching about that, and then I saw there that you voiced Flynn Rider.
That's right. I'm
There.
Flynn Rider in Norway. Yeah.
You also did some musicals.
Yeah, I did Les Mis over here in the Norwegian West End. I was Marius. Did 98 shows with that, and so I do all kinds of stuff. And but mainly it's the songwriting that's closest to my heart, and that's why I had to release this album with all those songs over the last 10 years that I've written that are more personal to me that I haven't released anywhere else or didn't quite fit in with the A1 format. So I'm really proud and happy to finally have all these songs out there for people to hear.
Since we're in this route already, I just want to say that first up, my name is Alice. I am a really big A1 fan. And when I found out that I was going to interview you today, I sort of was fangirling on the inside. But then, of course, we have to be professional. So I'm like, nah, it's no big deal whatsoever. Anyway, so how would you describe this new album of yours? Will it be quite nostalgic for other A1 fans like myself?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there are songs there, obviously, because we wrote all the songs with A1, well, with the exception of Take On Me and a couple of others. There are things that are very personal to me, like my style of writing. Let me just say this first. With A1, we're very diverse musically, what we listen to and our influences. So when we write stuff together, it becomes like a symbiosis of all of us. But there are songs that we write individually that don't quite fit in, but they still have elements of all of us, within the A1. So, like for instance, I've always been a big ballad writer. I love a lot of the songs that I know have been hits in the Philippines, like Walking in the Rain and Every Time.
Those are staples. I always get requests for those.
Well, those are very me. I mean, I love that kind of music, and so I feel that my own personal musical preferences are very much in line with our Filipino fans' musical influences. So in that sense, I think there are quite a few songs on this album that might fit in with what you listen to out there. Songs like the single "Break Me," and there's a song called "Be Strong," which I believe might connect with our fans as well. But I write all kinds of diverse songs, but I think the one of the things the elements that are similar to what A1 did is that the melody is in focus. We like the strong melody and the strong lyric, so that if you play it with just a guitar or just a piano,
it will work as well.
Yeah.
Well,
so that's
since we were going to, the similarities of that, how different will it be? What is something that will surprise us? What's different from this new album compared to all the other things you were able to put out?
Well, this is a very organic album, so because I'm very much influenced by the country music, like your Garth Brooks and your Rascal Flatts, and I like that kind of sound. So it's got sort of country elements to it, with the fact that it's all very organic, all live musicians and on, but there's also like on Break Me, it kind of brings into my classical background. You know, I studied classical piano and I played the violin for a while when I was younger. My grandfather was a violinist for the Chicago Symphony Orchestra.
Basically
And
a one-man band. You can do it all by yourself.
well, I don't play the violin on this. I actually got the Czech National Symphony Orchestra on
Oh my
Break Me.
gosh.
And, so it, you know, my love for film music and classical music has brought me to write, you know, Break Me, a song which has certain cinematic elements to it. You know, kind of, I wanted it to sound like a movie soundtrack in there.
That's so interesting. You know,
Yeah.
your songs before were already the soundtracks of their lives, and now you're really tapping into that and putting it into your songs. That's really interesting. I'm really
yeah.
excited to hear this new album, and I bet lots of your fans are as well. So where can they grab a copy of the album? Is it going to come out really soon?
Well, it's already out.
It's already out.
It's on all the digital platforms like your Spotify or iTunes and Apple Music. You can find it there. The album is called Got to Be, and it's under my name, Christian Ingebrigtsen. So yeah, it's also possible to get a physical copy. I know that it will be available within a few weeks physically in the Philippines as well. If you can't wait that long, you can go to my website, christiansofficial.com, and there's a link there where you can order it from Norway as well. So and it's done old school. You know, not a lot of artists release albums anymore. It's because it's you know, financially not the way forward anymore. You want streaming on one song, and everyone's out for that hit. But because of that, I'm kind of nostalgic. I love the old school way of doing it. So I wanted to release an album. You can even order it on vinyl, which I love.
That's so cool. We actually have turntables like right here. I don't know if you can see it, but we have like 4 of them here. And I have like a collection of vinyls lying around right here. It's still so beautiful. Do you know, has it been a dream of yours to release your album in like vinyl form? That would be awesome. Some people still do that, right?
Yeah, because my dad, you know, I grew up with my dad's a big pop star here in Norway, and I grew up with all his vinyl hanging on the wall. And so that's why I made vinyls for this album. So it is available as well. If you follow.
That's so cool. Now I have to learn how to play that because I don't know how to put the pin and, you know, play it. Anyway, before we get sidetracked, I think you've got to be, pun intended, here in the Philippines very soon. I bet lots of fans will, you know, really want to hear it from you.
Well, I really want to come over and play these songs live as well in the Philippines. And you know what? Next year, A1, we have our 20th anniversary as a band. And so we have some plans.
Hint, nudge, nudge. We'll be waiting for that.
And so when we come over, of course, hopefully I'll be able to play a couple of my songs from this album as well. But I'm also hoping to come over just with this album at one point. You know, that would be a big dream of mine, to play these songs. And, you know, one of the best things for me as a songwriter is if you know, songs that started out in my little head over here, these melodies and these lyrics, if someone knows them on the other side of the planet. And
that would mean the world. It would give you a different feeling when people actually sing along to it.
Yeah,
right?
And also, you know, like success criteria change as you get older. And before, you know, maybe success was more measured in how many people bought the album how many people came to the concerts. Now it really has changed. I mean, for me, the biggest success criteria, I mean, the biggest dream for me is if the music that I write somehow has a meaning in someone's lives.
And touches the lives of others.
Yeah, I mean, and I already get messages on social media from the Philippines and people saying that some of my songs have meant a lot to them. And that's the biggest success I can have. And that, you know, my motto in life is if I can leave this world a little bit of a better place than it would have been if I wasn't here, then I've succeeded. And that's what I'm hoping to do with this music. The album is not, you know, trying to catch on to what's happening right now, you know, with the sound and the music scene. It's just the songs that come from the bottom of my heart, and hopefully they can mean something to other people as well.
It's a different type of fulfillment when, you know, you get to help another person and to make a an impact in other people's lives. And does this album have like sort of a motivational theme to it? Is it
Well, the
very
motivation,
hopeful?
well, I wanted it to be something good, something uplifting, and something that can brighten someone's day. And that doesn't mean they're all happy-go-lucky songs. And "Break Me" is quite a sad song, really.
Just with the
But
title, it's gonna break
yeah.
that person.
But there's room for that too in life. But I want it to. The underlining theme of the album is that it's something good, and maybe an opposite of a lot of the music that maybe I heard on the radio lately, which has some sort of a darker vibe to it. I enjoy that too, but I wanted this album to be a light, and something good.
Before we wrap things up, I just want to ask, how is the songwriting process? I mean, what do you start off with, and what do you think about when you do write those songs?
Well, the common theme to this album, the songs on this album, is that these are songs that pretty much wrote themselves, songs that just started out as ideas without really sitting down to write a song. When you're in the shower or you're driving in your car and just a melody just,
Pops into your head.
yeah, it's those kind of songs, and all these songs have that in common. And that means they're all very different as well. It's not just one song and 11 copies. This is a song of 12 very individual, different sounding songs, but they all have that in common, that they're the melodies and focus. These are melodies and lyrics that came pretty much naturally to me, and I've written a lot of them with good friends of mine that we've completed it. Because songwriting to me, the process is divided into two. There's the if you compare it to if you're a carpenter, for instance, you have to have a really good piece of material, a good piece of wood to start with. And that's the idea, the melody that just comes into your head, or the lyric that just moves you and just comes in your head. But then you have to learn the craftsmanship of completing it into a complete piece of furniture, if you like, and it's the same. So learning how to craft the lyrics and complete the idea and finish it as a song, that's the work that comes afterwards. And that process is so much fun, and I find even more fun to do it with other people sometimes. So I've written it with some of my closest friends and great people, and even Mark from A1 is part of some of the songs here. There's some great musicians on it, so I'm very, very proud of it.
Your passion is so apparent in what you just said, and I was just nodding along because there's really nothing to add to it anymore. You were so into it, and I bet you would want our wishers and our Filipino how do you call A1 fans? A1 fans to get a copy of it. So they definitely got to get a copy of this. So can you invite them once again to get the album or follow you on social media for more updates?
Yeah, well, I just want to say thank you to Wish 107.5 for having me on your show, and for you, Alice. It's great to be there, and thank you for playing my songs. And I just want to say to all our fans out there, A1 fans, thank you for being there with us on this journey for so many years, almost 20 years now. And I'm so proud and happy to share some of my innermost personal music with you. Please check it out if you can on Spotify or iTunes or anywhere. The album's called Got to Be, and the single's called Break Me. Yeah, follow me on social media. My website is called christiansofficial.com, and there you'll find all the links to the Facebook and the Instagrams and stuff. Yeah, because there's a lot more music coming soon, and also there's more from A1 as well coming pretty soon. So.
And you guys are coming very soon to the Philippines, crossed fingers, hopefully. So one last question, this trademark question is, what is your wish?
Well, my wish is for this album, these songs, to mean something to you who's listening right now. If one of these songs can make a difference in your life, somehow just make you feel good, or make your life a little bit better than if it wasn't there, then then that's my dream come true.
Thank you so much for your time, and you probably got to be talking to another person, but before we let you go, can I take a selfie with you?
Oh, a selfie over
Yes,
the
over
internet.
Skype. This is a new thing. Let me try and do it. Let's
Oh,
see
yeah.
if we can see you. Oh, there.
Can
Okay.
you see me?
Yes, I can see you. So, smile, I guess. There. Oh no. There. All right. Here on Wish 107.5, you guys just heard Christian Ingebrigtsen from the boy band A1. And I bet you guys are very excited to hear his brand new song. Later on, I'll be playing that for you, so hang on for that. For now, I'm here to tell you that you should wake up and get up because the wish time is already 10:18.
This Time Shack was brought to you by Golden Oats Plus. Para masigla at manusog, ugaliin kumain ng Golden Oats Plus every day. Para